did care that much, yes, I would actually I agree with it wholeheartedly. So, folks, we are doing Soby's today. Soby's is one of the OG restaurants in downtown Greenville. It has been a great staple thanks to Carl Sobozinski, who has also helped champion and create other restaurants in Greenville and basically help kind of give our downtown a good, nice little character of what it is and what we offer, Southern cuisine. So Soby's Southern Cuisine on Main Street in Greenville, South Carolina is today's episode. This is 1-star reviews. This is Andrew Van, your host, with Big D, Little B, Dustin Bays.
What's up, everybody?
Trademarked. And we're back reading reviews today. So let's go back in time. Did this podcast almost 2 years ago, and our first episode was with Jason Underwood. And
congratulations, by the way. Having a podcast last for 2 years, just
2 years,
keeping up with it is
over 20,000 downloads. I'm pretty excited about that. You know, like it's small, but it's fun. I have a good time. I spend time with my buddies, like you doing it. And we're on a whim. We were hanging out, and I was like, hey, let's just go read some dumb reviews. And it's been really fun. So Soby's was the first episode. That was like almost 2 years ago, right before COVID. No, I'm sorry. It's been 2.5 years before COVID. It's been that long in the pandemic. And so we just read reviews. So now it's been 2.5 years. And because Soby's is a great place, we know they're going to have more reviews, meaning more 1-star reviews. So again, if you have not listened to the 1-star reviews podcast before, we are reading the bad reviews of good places. Soby's is legitimately one of my favorite places to eat in Greenville. Is just I have this big philosophy that I like to go eat at a place. If I'm going to go to a restaurant with my wife, I like to go to a place that makes food that I cannot make at home, or I'm too lazy.
Right. Yeah.
Like I have a smoker. I can smoke. You help me pick that up today. By the way, I need to invite you over now that I got that all set up.
Dude, that'd be great. I also smoke.
Vape. Anyway. Anyways, all that being said, it's a great way of like saying, you know what? You can't make this at home. Might as well make the money worth by going somewhere that can make you a dish that you wouldn't attempt to do. That's my thing. And Soby's is one of those places where it has like just amazing cuisine that I would never think of to combine. So we're going to revisit some newer 1-star reviews there. You got some things pulled up there?
I got one here. It's kind of long. I'll try to make it quick though, but I do got one. This is pretty weak. This is like last week.
Pretty weak. Also, before we begin, make sure to listen to our old episodes. Go back and give us a 5-star review on whatever you listen to our voices on now. iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, all the stuff there. And give us a 5-star review so we can keep doing more podcasts for you. But in the meantime, Dustin's got a review and I got music.
I hate to give a bad review to one of my favorite restaurants in Greenville, but I had a bad experience on Friday of last week. The valet, guys, they got valet, y'all. The valet was extremely rude to me. I have never used valet here before, as I normally walk from the park. Nice little flex. Last week, grandmother was with me. She is 86 years old and has trouble walking. That makes sense. I pulled up to the valet stand and pulled out to the side of the curb so she can get out of the car. The valet said, valet sign was on the right side of the curb, so I assumed I was where I needed to be. A truck come behind me and he had enough room to get by, and he did not. So I moved the car slightly forward after helping my grandmother get out of the car. The valet guy gets very angry and yells, "Next time, you need to pull in here." Very hostile and felt like he was about to beat me up. Very disrespectful and extremely rude. I think the service and hospitality training needs to be extended to the valet. They need more polite, friendly people and less hostile, aggressive, and angry people who clearly did not appreciate us coming to the restaurant. Disappointing. That's how you know they really got them. Is they're not mad, they are just disappointed.
And there's more to that, but like they kept going about the valet and so on and so on. Here's the thing: I also have a pet peeve with these kinds of reviews first, where they started out by saying one of my favorite restaurants, and
compliment sandwich for sure.
Yeah, and these kinds of people, like, if you've been going there for so long, or it's one of your favorites, like, why haven't you left a good review? People in today's day and age, people leave bad reviews more than they leave good reviews automatically. That's why this podcast kind of exists, ironically, because we were like, oh, people just complain so much, and yet there's truth to it, maybe, but there's also like you're kind of hurting.
There's two sides to every story, right?
Sure.
Truth is usually somewhere in the middle.
Now, I'll say this. Is that a bad experience for you? Absolutely. And I feel bad for that person if all that happened. I do. But like, then you're gonna like boycott and damn the whole thing with Sobeys, and then put a review out there that basically throws them under the bus. Like that's a little much.
Publicly shame your favorite restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And if you cared so much, why not just go talk to somebody at the actual restaurant? They even said like, I hope management sees this, but you could have just talked.
Yeah.
Then it's a double-edged sword. Then you're a Karen, right? If you go talk to management about the rude valet.
Yeah, but that's what I would do. I think I've told this story before on this podcast, and ironically, this is actually similar to this. So when Tupelo Honey opened about 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, actually, downtown, I had a run-in with like a Tuesday night, like 3 months after they opened, and I asked for a burger, and our friend Griffin was with us, and they bring me out a veggie burger, and I've had the veggie burger before, and it was fine, but I wanted a real burger, and so waitress comes over, puts a plate in front of me, and I was like, I ordered the farmhouse burger, and she goes, "Are you sure?" Like that was her first reaction was, "Are you sure?" And I said, and my brain actually stopped, and I said, actually, I don't know. And then she goes, "I can go check." And then she comes back, but before she comes back, Griffin looks at me and he goes, "No, you ordered the real burger because she asked you how you wanted it cooked, and you wouldn't ask that for someone who was a veggie patty." And I said, "Oh, good point." So she comes back, and I did say like, okay, not to be rude, but I did say I did want the farmhouse burger, whatever. Then she shows me the ticket and goes, "Well, I put it in right. The cooks just got it wrong in the back." And then it was like a solid like 5-second silence. And then she goes, "It's still a burger." And then walked away. And so then I was like, fuck it. I'm tired. I'm hungry, whatever. And then I eat it. I didn't leave a tip. And I rarely ever do that. But then kind of like this person, I went on the Facebook page of Tupelo Honey Greenville. I kind of told the story of everything that happened. They reached out to me via message, then got my phone number, called me, apologized, and then emailed me a $40 gift card. So all that being said, sometimes these things can be justified and ratified. So I get it to some degree, but I also think like nowadays, like if that happens, like I don't think you should like just damn the whole place. Now since then, I've definitely gone back to Tupelo. I've enjoyed it, but all that means I get the frustration at times. So
yeah, absolutely right. Like, and at the end of the day, it wasn't. I mean, that person's representing that business, but that was that person being a shitty person or lazy or unempathetic, however you want to label it, right? It was that person, not the company that was kind of like dicking you over on that one.
Somebody listens to Brene Brown.
Somebody.
All right, here we go.
Clear as kind, y'all. Clear as kind.
My review is strictly on the interaction I had today with either the manager or events manager, not sure which. Drove an hour and a half for an event today with Mary Kay Andrews. Got to Soby's early, door was open, went in and saw MKA. Manager asked if I was there for the lunch and lit, and I told I was there with MKA. Parentheses, I know her on a somewhat personal level. The lady rudely said I would open the door shortly. I was truly unaware it was sold out ticketed event. All of this said, whoever that lady was representing the restaurant could learn a little something about how to be a little more hospitable.
What? What did they? I'm unsure what they did except like open the doors at the appropriate time. Does this person think they're somebody they're not? Is that what this is, Andrew?
I think so. So she didn't have a ticket first off to an event. She saw it, was just going to show up. She showed up early, and they weren't ready yet. So then someone said, "We will open the door shortly." However, I guess the tone of that being said was very rude.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is a mirror situation, right? Where the person who wrote this was probably rude, and then the person they were talking to was matching their energy, and then this person was like, "Oh, you're being rude." It's like, "Oh no, I'm the asshole. I'm actually." So, hey, reviewer, if you're wondering if you're the asshole here, I think you are.
But it's.
Also, are they talking about Mary Kay Andrews? Is that like Mary Kay, like the makeup lady?
I have no idea. I'm gonna Google that while you.
Well, I look up another.
One. You got one?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't got. I was looking at that one. But yeah, I'm gonna put a check mark in Soby's one. This is not on them in any way.
All right. You ready? All this dead space.
Yeah. Well, you edit this podcast, right?
I totally don't. And you know that. Ironically, you are someone who edits podcasts, and I don't have you edit this podcast. Dustin's not hard to read. What are you doing?
I want to find, like, I'm trying to find one that.
All right. While you do that, I got one.
Okay.
They double booked us for the wine cellar and ruined my 40th birthday dinner. We booked 2 months ahead of time and would not move the other party, even though it was their mistake. Horrible customer service. I do notice one thing with Soby's that, I'm not telling anyone how to do their job by any means. Soby's is a long-time successful restaurant. And again, Carl Soby's does an amazing job for our community. I do notice that I don't see a lot of response from the owner / just management in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, for all I know, it could be like Tupelo for all I know. Maybe they take these reviews and then maybe they reach behind.
Reach out privately.
I don't want to reach behind. I don't know why I said that, but reach behind the scenes. Yes. I really hope Soby's doesn't reach behind.
Wait, Soby's I have to go to Soby's this afternoon for lunch.
Exactly. So
the old reach behind. I
don't
know what I got back there, but
the old Southern reach behind.
I'm just glad someone wants to reach for it, you know?
All right, you got one?
Yeah.
All right. And go.
Went there based on reviews, and the wall is covered with awards. This is kind of starting to, but honestly, a horrible meal. I had the fried chicken over white rice, overcooked peas, and a hot sauce. It tasted like pepper sauce out of the bottle. Pathetic. My wife had a swordfish special. Brussels sprouts that were hard as a rock. Swordfish overcooked to the extreme. What a major disappointment. One that goes down among our worst bait and switch. There's a lot of people bitching about here's what I like about all these reviews of people complaining about the food quality is they kind of like, you can really get a grasp of the menu just from people complaining about what they don't like, right? Like, ooh, we got some swordfish, y'all. We got some fried chicken. We got Brussels sprouts, and they don't have to take that blue pill to get hard as a rock. Let's go.
So to answer the question of who Mary Kay Andrews is, Mary Kay, according to Wikipedia, because we know Wikipedia is dependable, Mary Kay Andrews is the pen name of American writer Kathy Hogan Trocheck, based in Atlanta, who's authored a number of best-selling books under the name Andrews since 2002. So she writes
and that lady
Southern flavored themes. And the pen name is the names of her children, Mary Kathleen and Andrew Trocheck. So there you go.
Oh.
That is Mary Kay Andrews. Not Mary Kay, the makeup, but Mary Kay Andrews, the author. So answer your question.
Yeah. Interesting name to take on in 2002 era, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's her pen name. Her name's not actually Mary Kay at all.
Nope.
But she took that name on in 2002. Isn't that when Mary Kay was at like its height? I don't know. It's
Mary Kay is I know someone who's a consultant. I don't understand it. I won't knock it, but it is what it is.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's an interesting time to just like assume that name. My name is what's the other like really popular like makeup thing? My name's Avalon Andrews.
You have a joke here. Come on, dig it out. Dig it out.
No, it's like a
bailing.
Stuck.
Bailing.
All
right.
I'm bailing hard.
It's like a dingleberry. Just stuck, and you're just gonna bail on it. Rub it in.
I'm just gonna
rub it in now.
Just gotta take it and smoosh it in there.
Here we go. My waiter decided that I would pay for a party of 7, so my card was swiped for $218, and my bill was $59.60. He also told my daughter if my daughter and I, if we didn't see anything we liked, we could go somewhere else since he had not put anything in yet. I thought that was rude and inconsiderate. If anything, he could have tried to accommodate us. Not a good waiter. I will not return. He should have left. I should have left. He said that Amd reported him. Man, this guy was so mad. He was just like texting all.
You forgot how to spell.
This last sentence, I should have left. He said that Amd reported him. That's like true anger right there. True anger.
I'm looking at this chunk of reviews that is people are so mad that they only left nothing. They just, I don't know if you can see it. It's just the star, man. They don't even have anything to say.
I would say, as I'm going through some of these that may have been read during 2020, back when Jason didn't want to do it, a chunk of them also, of the complaints, come during brunch.
Yeah.
You don't mess with brunch, apparently. Brunch is like very sacred for people. And if you fuck with their brunch, where I think at the peak before COVID, you could go to Soby's, and I think it was like $20 for all you can eat, including mimosa.
Didn't they have the mimosa? Yeah. They had like bottomless mimosas.
It was pretty damn good. My wife actually just recently was like, I miss going there. And I was like, honey, if we didn't have to get the kids afterwards, I mean, I wouldn't mind going back, but we'll see. But anyway.
Dude. Yeah, it's been. Do they still do like any?
I think they brought it back. I think someone did tell me they brought it back, so I have to check on it. If I do, we'll have to hit you up for sure.
Good. Yeah, and it's. I don't know if you can hear them taking my trash out next door.
Taking my trash? No, I can't.
Taking my. They're doing the old reach behind.
There's a good one here. If you got one more, I'm gonna read this one, then we can end it. So we got this one here. This is really funny. Overpriced, bland tasting boucherie. Just go to Carolina Ale House instead and get better food and service. Only saving grace is the drinks, which are still overpriced and tiny. I don't get that. Only saving grace is the drinks, which is, but then that's not a saving grace. You still slam them. You still say something ugly.
It's almost a double slam. It's like, well, at least your hair looks bad. It's like, wait, what?
Oh man! Shout out to Larry Simonson. This whole review just epitomizes him right there. Overpriced, bland tasting boucherie.
Yeah.
Only saving grace's drinks are still overpriced. I'm gonna send him the screenshot.
Was that
Larry?
Was that
I know
Larry?
You can listen to. In fact, not only Larry. Shout out his buddy Ivan. Love our fans. Who works with Larry. And last time I joked with, I think it was the episode with you. I think you and me were doing floor field, and I mentioned a joke about Larry, and then I like went up to Larry in the office like, "Did you hear the shit they're talking about you?" And I'm like, "I hope he does, because I do like the fucking fuck with Larry."
That'd be
but I also say this shit to Larry anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter. So all that being said, you got one more there?
Oh, I didn't realize I was supposed to be looking for one more to close it out.
You got a good closer. You gotta have a good closer.
I have to have a good closer.
You got a good closer. This is what the people are waiting on.
This one comes to us from. Here we go. I think I got one.
All right, go.
Warm beer and no joke, worst calamari I've ever had. One of the worst restaurants I've ever been in the United States. I'd be honest, I combined 2 reviews just now because I really liked one of the worst restaurants I've ever been to in the United States. Like that, there's a lot of them, and that felt like really, that was a deep cut.
Deep cut. Nice.
Deep cut from DB.
I enjoy Soby so much. I really do. Mm-hmm. It's a great thing to brag about. They even have a cookbook. You can try and replicate their recipes best you can, but you're probably not.
No. Again, and the location is awesome.
It is awesome. It is right down the street from the Peace Center. It's right near the new Camperdown Plaza area. So if you're looking to come see a show, fall for Greenville, like we mentioned in the previous episode, other things, I mean, you can't go wrong going here and then just walking to the next thing in Greenville. That's fun and amazing. So check out Soby's and check out the cuisine they have there. If they have brunch, definitely check that out. Don't have your expectations too high. It is a great time, but I think that's the thing where people get too hyped up, and then the slightest thing go wrong, and they get really mad. And they're like, "My brunch was ruined because this ballet was mean to me." All that being said, I enjoy it. I know you enjoy it. Also, if you enjoy this podcast, again, give us a 5-star review. Give us a like wherever you listen to our voices on iHeartRadio, Google Play, Spotify, all the things there. And we'll do more episodes here. This has been Andrew Van. This has been Big D, Little B, Dustin Bays.
Was
trademark.
TM. DBTM.
You got any upcoming projects?
No, I don't. I don't have anything fun. I'm working on a Star Wars video for my nephew. I'm figuring out how to add lightsaber visual effects. Spoiler alert, it sucks. It's awful.
It's super hard, I'm sure.
It looks cool. It looks real cool.
Nice. Well, look out for that. And you're performing next season at Alchemy, aren't you?
Yeah.
What team are you?
I originally didn't plan to. And then things changed. But yeah, I'm doing that nerd team that I'm really excited about. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
What's the nerd team?
That's as much as I do. There's a lot of us that enjoy playing the Dungeons and Dragons and adjacent video games, tabletop role playing games. And so
you've been talking about this for years. So this thing's finally coming into fruition.
Yeah. Well, I've had a lot of ideas, and then Lindsay Clancy, our Alchemy's artistic director, is putting something together for us finally. So I think it's going to be a good team. It's already a lot of people that I played Dungeons and Dragons with, and my buddy Josh Kelly is going to be on that team, which I'm really excited about. He's one of my childhood friends, and we've never performed together. Actually, that's not true. The last time me and Josh Kelly performed together was 8th grade concert band. So this will be fun. I'm excited to spend some time with some buds, and obviously do the laughing thing and the nerd thing and stuff. But it's gonna be good hanging out with those people.
And what's the name of the team?
I have no idea. Nerd group. It's the main stage. It's main stage nerd group. So we're gonna be doing some writing, and the goal is to, I guess, find a way to tell some sort of fantasy improv story on stage over the course of they're 30, 45-minute shows or something like that. But there's writing involved, so it sounds like there's gonna be a mix of sketches and improv, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it.
Nice. Well, I look forward to that. So check out alchemycomedy.com for more information. See when that team performs. Speaking of which,
we'll start in January.
New South Comedy Festival comes out in the first week of November. Be on the lookout for that as well. That is a ton of fun acts coming to Alchemy Comedy at Coffee Underground in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm actually going to be hosting one of the shows November 5th, 7:30. I'll be hosting and doing a little bit of stand-up up top. So it'll be my second return to the stage of recent months. So I look forward to that. So check out alchemycomedy.com, New South Comedy Festival, where comedians, improvisers, sketch artists, all kinds of folks come from all different parts of the U.S. to come perform for you. There have been really fun acts that have come out through the years. I think this is the 9th anniversary. And we've had folks we've seen on stage who've been in movies now, who've been writers on shows like Saturday Night Live, who've been on shows like Daily Show, and just touring acts. You never know who you're going to see and what they may be in a few years. You can go, oh, I remember that dude or a woman that they killed. That's awesome. So fun time. New South Comedy Festival at Alchemy Comedy. This has been Andrew Van with the One Star Reviews podcast with Big D, Little B, Dustin Bays.
Y'all have a good time now.
DB.
DB.
No one calls it DB.